here. I hope you can hear us okay. If you can let us know that you can hear us all right, as always, that would be terrific. We are yet again live from our family home in Dublin, Ireland. Fourth day in a row, fifth show that we're doing here so far. We've still got lots more to go. This is, for anyone who's joining us for the first time, another night of our virtual tour that we decided quite last second to put together when everything happened. And, you know, when all the cancellations of work came into play and, you know, people were at home, and we were getting a lot of messages saying, is there anything that we can do to try and raise the spirit? Is there any performance we can do? And we thought, why not, instead of planning one performance, plan a full tour? And we reached out to friends of ours and Irish centres and Irish festivals across the US. And I'm absolutely delighted that Milwaukee Irish Fest was one of the festivals that agreed to host us. So a big shout out and a big thank you to all of our friends in Milwaukee. I can see I've got my iPad here beside us, and I can see people saying yes, they can hear us okay. So I'm delighted to hear that. Jill Roberts, we can hear you fine. How are you, Jill? Jean Smith, loud and clear. Thanks, Jean. Joe from Iowa, how are you doing? Rhonda from Virginia. Lisa from Texas. Yee-hoo. Great. Well, we are going to perform a song to get people, get the show on the road. And for people who don't know who we are, if you're watching us from Milwaukee and you've never seen one of our shows before, my name is Colm Keegan.
I am Laura Durrant, or now Laura Keegan.
We met a few years ago on the show Celtic Thunder, and we've been traveling the world ever since, really, when we joined. And this is one of the songs we wrote along the way from our first debut album, and it's a song that went to number 1 on the world's Billboard charts, thanks to you guys. And it's a day that I think we're all looking forward to now. It's a beautiful day. Waking up in the afternoon, a busy night ahead of you, and everyone is telling you what to do. You put your head deep in the sand, you tell yourself it'll all be grand. No one's gonna take charge of you. Everyone's thoughts and everyone's words, it's driving you crazy. But the worst part is you don't know what to do. Figuring out is the hardest part, it's all gotta be state of the art. No one gonna take charge of you. You gotta stand tall, and you look it in the eye, and you know damn well you'll all be alright. And you know it's time to let those feelings go and face what is a beautiful day. Whoa. Travel around the world and leave the beauty that there is to see in places like the Milwaukee Irish Festival. Find yourself a gorgeous wife, have some kids and live your life. In the end, they're the ones we love. Look back at the time you were young, afraid, didn't have a clue. Realize how simple life can be. Tell your kids do the same. You think around the circle, start again. But this time you know just what to say. You say you stand tall, and you look it in the eye, and you know damn well you'll all be alright. And you know it's time to let those feelings go and face what is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Whoa. you gotta stand tall. You're looking in the eye, and you know damn well you'll hope you're right, and you know it's time to let those feelings go and face what is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Oh, it's a beautiful day. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
And it's actually quite appropriate weather-wise here in Ireland.
I know.
We have had like the nicest April I can ever remember.
And I'm sure
Weather-wise,
everyone's the same. There's all been thousands of these memes going around every day that, flood up people's phones at the minute. And, we got one recently and it said, weather in Dublin all year round, winter, summer, spring, autumn, lashing rain, and then weather in Dublin during a lock-in. And it was just glorious weather. So maybe this is what was needed. But folks, first and foremost, before we continue, I just wanted to, have a massive shout out to, I know people have been messaging the last few nights. Some of them, people are messaging us from hospitals. Some people are quite sick, and they're really appreciating a bit of lighthearted entertainment along the way. So I really, really hope that at this really uncertain time and crazy time that everyone's keeping well and everyone's looking after themselves. And any, this is just a small gesture to the part that we felt we could play in all of this. We'll take one or two shout outs here just before we go into the next song. Sue from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. How are you doing?
Hi, Sue.
Let's see, there's flags coming through, a few Irish flags, so I presume a few people from Ireland here. Elena from the Czech Republic. How are you doing?
Wow.
Thanks for tuning in. I saw a Swedish flag there as well. Melody from Pennsylvania. How are you doing?
Hi, Melody.
Danny Clark from Paris, Tennessee.
Oh, wow. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to see Tennessee there. That's amazing.
Charlie Marshall from Scotland.
Aww.
Well, for anyone who doesn't know, Laura is obviously, as you can probably tell from her accent, is Scottish.
And Colm is adopted Scottish.
As you can probably tell from my accent, I'm from Dublin. But when Laura and I started dating a few years ago, I pulled a short straw and I moved over to Scotland, and that's where I've been ever since.
And now you're stuck there with 2 kids.
Until the lock-in comes. We were visiting Ireland for work purposes, and then the work got cancelled, and then all the ferries home got cancelled, so we've been in our family home ever since, so we're having a great time. But this song here is a shout out to all of our family and friends in Scotland. It's one of my favourite Scottish songs, hopefully one of yours. What we've done tonight is, because it's a Saturday and I figured that a lot of people will be joining us, we've gone through all the different gigs that we've had all week, and I've tried to take the songs that were most requested and I've thrown them in. So this is kind of, from the 4 shows we've done, this
one might make me a bit emotional.
It's a beautiful song. Hope you enjoy it. I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me in these past few days. I've been afraid I might drift away. I've been telling whole stories, singing songs, maybe think about where I've come from. And that's the reason why I've seen so far away today. So let me tell you that I love you, think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. I've ever had. I've ever had. So let me tell you that I love you. I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should come a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's the beautiful song Caledonia, and a lot of songs. As we said before, you know, we kind of nick each other's songs a little bit now and again, and for some reason,
sometimes you discover a song isn't actually Scottish and it's actually Irish.
Like "Will You Go, Lassie Go," which you still give out to me about.
I still don't believe it, to be honest.
But we can't really, although that always pops up in the Irish songbook, Caledonia, we can't really see it since it's the Latin word for Scotland. So, I mean, we'll give them that one. But this next song is pretty appropriate. Again, it's been one that I performed a few nights ago, but it's been requested every show that I've done since. And it's appropriate for two reasons. That first of all, it's a song written about my hometown of Dublin, where we are right now. And it's also appropriate because just over a week ago, I released an EP of some of my favorite Irish songs, Scottish songs. And because, again, of your support, you guys drove it up to #1 in the world iTunes chart. So, Mila Mahagwit, thank you very much. And the title that I chose for the EP was the first line from this next song, which I thought was appropriate for my life. And the title of the EP was Raised on Songs and Stories, which is the first line from this song. Coincidentally, if you do want to download it or if you'd like to stream it online, there's a link on the comment section of this, or should be a link in the comment section of this video where you can listen to it or stream it from all the usual streaming websites. But this is one of my favorites, certainly my favorite song by Dublin. It's a song called Rare Old Times. Hope you enjoy.
Are you ready?
Raising songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes that once was part of Dublin in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please. She's a rogue and a child of Mary, from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham. He took away my soul. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. And the years made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The pillar and the met have gone, the royal long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay and watch the new glass cages spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few days. So will they say we failed? From our school days they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bared for these brave men, the love from my dear land. But when Warwick called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed and had to go. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. Will take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. Will take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you. That
Wow,
was
those texts coming in were quite good timing.
they were good. Oh. I can see it was a text from Emmett Cahill as well, so I don't know if he's watching. I haven't read the text yet. But that was a kind of compilation of some of my favorite Irish songs. And this next song definitely fits into that category as well. Where I started performing this song, I think it was about 2 years ago now, after the sudden loss of a brilliant Irish songwriter, Miss Dolores O'Riordan. And I haven't performed this so far on the virtual tour, so I thought I'd save it for you guys on Saturday night. But it's also, I'm delighted to announce that one of the reasons that I'm going to perform this next song is because this is, as of today, the first Irish song ever to reach over 1 billion listens on YouTube. So we were watching the news earlier. This song came on. It was going to be in our set anyway, but when I heard that, I just felt even more proud of Dolores O'Riordan. She was an amazing singer-songwriter. If you don't recognize the name, you might recognize the band she was famously associated with, which is the Cranberries. And this is the song that sort of catapulted them onto the world stage. And it's a song, very powerful song, that was written as an anti-war song during the period we call the Troubles in Northern Ireland. And she was an incredibly brave lady for singing this. She later wrote that she used to get death threats from certain sections of the community for singing this song, which again just shows how powerful and brave she was for doing it. But it's always been one of my favorite songs. And it's a song simply called Zombies. I hope you enjoy. When violence causes silence, we must be forsaken. But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they're fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're fighting. Zombie, zombie, hey, hey, what's in your head, zombie, 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 hey, hey, oh, whoa, Another mother's breaking heart is taken over. When violence causes silence, we must be forsaken. It's the same old scene since 1916. In your head, they're fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're fighting. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. It's the same old scene since 1916. In your head, they're fighting. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that was one of my favorite songs growing up. And as I said, it mentions a period known as the Troubles. And again, if I was to talk about other projects that we're doing at the minute, and anyone who might be interested in joining us, you're more than welcome. This time, not this time tomorrow, a little earlier than this time tomorrow. I think it's 8 p.m. Irish time where it starts. It's going to be the first week of a 7-week online teaching program that I launched. For anyone who's been following my career, both of our careers, you might know that we're, apart from touring musicians, also qualified teachers, primary and secondary. And a few years ago, I set up a website called CK Online Teaching. And I'm launching lessons in Irish language. If anyone is sitting at home and like Laura and they want to come out of this period with a few more words in the Irish language than they might have, you're more than welcome to join. We're looking at Irish history. The period of the Troubles is going to be what we're going to be looking at. Music theory. And they're the 3 subjects that we're doing. It starts tomorrow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a link that anyone could join us tomorrow without paying. It's going to be on Zoom. So you just log onto the link and you can join us without paying. It's a 7-week term. And after the class, when you've got a taster, if it's something that you might like to do, well, then you can email me and say that you're interested, and then I'll invoice you for 7 weeks. Okay, but you can join us tomorrow without paying, just to see what you think.
Us? Am I going to be on it too?
Well, me, unless you can teach Irish language as well. But all the links for that are on my Facebook page, Colm Keegan Facebook page, or you can visit the website ckonlineteaching.com, or send me an email at ckonlineteaching@gmail.com. But going on with this show, I'm going to go back to that album that we wrote a few years ago called I'll Never Be Alone. And this next song is one of the tracks from that. And it's a song about a man who tours for a living, so I wasn't being overly creative that day, I suppose. But what he does is he misses people back home, and he decides to write a lilt. And in that lilt, the memory of the person they miss is magically kept alive. So whenever they miss someone, they close their eyes, sing that lilt, and the person is magically transported right next to them. And that's what the song's called Where We'll Be. And I'm going to fix this chair so I can get a bit comfortable while playing.
There's nothing worse than being uncomfortable when you're playing.
I felt like I was sitting on a tightrope there. This is a song called Where We'll Be. Hope you enjoy. La la la, la la la, la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. Backing up again, I'm leaving on the road again. I'm going different city, different town. People here don't hang around. Lullaby don't mean a thing. All the same to me. Write a song and think of you when I sing our dreams come true. The tune is sweet, but lyrics dry. Reminds me of our last goodbye. In time you told me not to leave, but in this song, that's where we'll be. touring a new arena. From the stage, I think I've seen you. Heart is thumping, sweat is pumping. I look around and see you standing. I reach out my hands to find that you're not here. Leave the stage and close my eyes. I sing the song to my surprise. You're standing right in front of me, in the place you said you'd be. I run to hold your hands and sing a song. Oh, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. One more time. La la la, la la la. I know there's times you're tired of me being gone. I know there's times I'm sure you feel like moving on. I wish that I could take you to the place where I know we'll always be. I know there's times you're tired of me being gone. I know there's times I'm sure you feel like moving on. I wish that I could take you to the place where I know we'll always be. La la la, la la la, la la la. Here's one you might know. As I was going over the Cork and Kerry Mountain, met the captain far up, and his money he was counting. First produced my pistol, then produced my rapier. I said, stand or deliver, or the devil he may take you. Bowling, I'm a doodle to die. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar, bro. You don't. Some men like the fishing, some men like the fowling, some men like to hear cannonball roaring, but me, I like sleeping, especially in my mother's chamber. Here I am in prison, here I am in the ball and chain, yeah. Oh, but I whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. One more time. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o. There's whiskey in the jar. Woo-hoo. La la la, la 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 la. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm not used to using a tambourine on my foot. I'm like,
I know.
Normally I've got an actual pedal.
Well, you pull it off, I tell you.
Oh, I don't know. I got to one point where I'm like, oh, I should be tapping.
I said, why don't you pull it off? I know, I'm joking. I didn't. Well, that was a song, I said, Where We'll Be, from I'll Never Be Alone, which again, you can get your hands on a copy there's a link in the comments section or the description. And again, a massive thank you to those who have contributed to the tour by contributing to the PayPal virtual TipJar.
I've got to say, your multitasking is very impressive. Talking and tuning at the same time.
Well, thank you. Who said men can't multitask, huh?
Very true.
Well, if Caledonia made you homesick, I think this next song might send you overboard, really. Although it doesn't sound like I did a proper job really of this. Because this is a song that is always requested whenever we perform together, because, and that maybe not because, but one of the reasons might be is because it's a song written about the location where we got married a few years ago, and we had an absolutely super wedding, and this song was certainly blared out at the early hours of the morning. And
it's actually the place Colm asked me to marry him as well.
Oh.
So, can anyone guess?
Well, I was performing this at a gig a few years ago, and I said, this is a beautiful Scottish song. It's a beautiful Scottish loch, and it's a beautiful song about the loch. And there was this child in the front row turned around to her mom and said, oh, I love the Loch Ness Monster. I thought, now I've just disappointed that poor child. This is one of my favourite Scottish songs, and it's, I'm sure you know it. This is Loch Lomond. Hope you enjoy it. We might be hosting a competition. I'll explain a bit later, but it's a singing competition. So get your phones at the ready, because you're going to record yourself singing, or recording someone else in the room singing, and whether they know you're recording or not, that's up to you. But I'll let you know when it's coming. By yon bonny banks, by yon bonny breeze, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, for me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, I'll take the high road, and you'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland for ye, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted on yon shady glen, on the steep, steep sides of Ben Lomond, where in the purple hue the Highland Dales we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. I'll take the high road, and you'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland for ye, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Here we go. Well, folks, it's time for that competition. If you want to get your hands on a free signed CD, I want you to take out your phone right now want you to go to the video setting on the phone, and I want to record yourself singing along with us right now. And I want you to stick that on social media afterwards with the hashtag Colm's Competition. Here we go. As loud as you can. We're going to remove ourselves from wherever you are in the world and find ourselves just outside of Glasgow, Scotland. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'll take the high road. You'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland for you. Where me have my true love will never meet again. On the bonny, bonny banks of the Colm. On the bonny, bonny banks of the Colm. Hey, thank you. Well, let's keep the party going. In a needle town they call Belfast, apprentice trade I was bound. And many an hour of sweet happiness did I spend in that sweet little town. Till a sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from this land. Far away from me friends and relations, betrayed by that black velvet band. I took a stroll with that pretty fair maid when a gentleman passes us by. I knew that she had the doing in him by that look in her roguish black eye. I called what she took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand. The very next thing I said was, I looked to that black velvet band. Here we go. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Sovereigns.
Whoops.
So come, ye jolly young fellas, who warning take by me. When you are out in the town, me lads, beware of them pretty colleens. She's unbelievable. For they'll feed you with strong drink, me lads, till you are unable to stand. And the very next thing you'll know is that you've landed in Van Diemen's Land. All together! Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair, it hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. One more time! Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair, it hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Thank you. Thank you very much, folks. Folks, I really hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks to everyone who's been tuning in for every night of the virtual tour. And a massive, massive thank you to the Milwaukee Irish Fest for hosting us this evening. Milwaukee Irish Fest. I've still never had the pleasure of seeing it in person, but I've heard from absolutely everybody that it's a bucket list to see Milwaukee Irish Fest. The footage looks absolutely incredible. But I've had the pleasure of being invited to perform by the Milwaukee Irish Fest committee a few years ago. Amazing people, amazing staff, and they're just the most incredibly.
I was supposed to go with them, but I was either heavily pregnant or just had a baby.
Yeah. And it was a brilliant weekend, and I had a super time. So I was delighted when they wrote back and said that they were on board with the idea of the virtual tour, and a massive shout out to them, a massive thanks to them for playing host. Guys, I really hope that this has been again another evening that you've enjoyed. I can see some people saying people are still typing where they're tuning in from. So Roscoe, Illinois, thank you very much. A lot of people saying we'll see you in the stages. Yes, for anyone who doesn't want the party to end right now, Laura and I are going to be jumping from one website to another, and we're going to be starting a performance at 11 o'clock, which might be 1 or 2 minutes behind. And we're going to be doing a 40-minute set on the stages.com.
We're going to be doing lots of more popular, not so Celtic numbers.
The theme
actually
of this show on stage isn't Celtic songs. It's kind of.
I'm going to play a piece from Frozen 2.
We'll see how that goes.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
But this certainly is a Celtic song. This one we're going to leave you with, and it's a song written by a brilliant singer-songwriter from Scotland called Amy MacDonald, and it's a song called "This Is the Life." Hope you enjoy, folks. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Stay healthy. This is the life. Hope you enjoy. Well, the wind whistles down the cold street tonight. The people, they were dancing to the music vibe. And the boys chased the girls with the curls in their hair. Chives or men to sit over there, singing songs which one out of them before. And they're singing a song, singing "This is the life." And you wake up in the morning and your head is twice as high. You're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing a song, singing "This is the life." And you wake up in the morning and your head is twice as high. You're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Ba ba da 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 da. One more time. Ba 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 da 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 da. And you're heading down the road, get a taxi for 4, and you're waiting outside Jimmy's front door, but nobody's in, nobody's home till 4. And they're sitting there with nothing to do, talking about Roger Mother and his Monty crew. And you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing a song, singing "This is the life." And you wake up in the morning and your head is twice as high. You're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing a song, singing "This is the life." And you wake up in the morning and your head is twice as high. You're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Ba ba da 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 da. One more time. Ba 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 da 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 da. And you're singing a song, singing "This is the life." And you wake up in the morning, head is twice as high. You're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? You're singing a song, singing "This is the life." You wake up in the morning and your head is twice the size. You're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Ba da ba 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 ba da da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Keep it going, Laura. And you're heading down the road, and you're waiting outside Jimmy's front door, but nobody's in, nobody's home till 4. And you're sitting there with nothing to do, talking about Roger Mother and his Monty crew. And you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? Where you gonna sleep tonight? Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. I really hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for all the comments coming through. Linda McDonald, thank you. Bernadette singing along, thank you. Inez, thank you. Folks, we're going to be doing this every night for over the next week anyway, and a few more dates to be added to this as well. We can leave you with one more if you'd like.
We got time?
Probably not, but we'll do it. We'll do it anyway, real quick. Because this is a song that we performed again for the first time in years the other day. And
Oh gosh.
and we've been inundated with requests to do it again.
Okay.
So it's the backstory to this, I should explain, if you haven't heard us do this before, is that on our very first tour, our very first show was in Yonkers, New York City. Beautiful place. And we finished up the show and we said, you know what, this is our first show. I hope, you know, what you were hoping to hear us perform, we've performed it for you. But if there's anything we haven't done, you know, thinking of
Let us
Irish
know.
songs, Scottish songs, Celtic Thunder songs, if there's any songs we haven't done, let us know. And a lady in the front row threw her hand in the air and said, oh, can you play a Johnny Cash song? I thought, geez, I didn't see that one coming. And I was trying to think of all the Johnny Cash songs I knew and realized very quickly I didn't know the full lyrics to any of the Johnny Cash songs that I knew. So I thought what we do is we turn one of our songs that we did know into a Johnny Cash song. So this is our non-Johnny Cash song. And we'll leave you with this, folks. Thank you. Howdy, folks. Johnny and June up here. I'm going to sing a song to you guys written about a girl I met on a travel to the west coast of Ireland. And I sure as hell hope you enjoy. I took a stroll on the old embark on a day I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a grand soft and he asked you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? So I took her hand and I gave it a twirl, and then I lost my heart to a Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down of a day She took me up to her flat downtown on a fine soft and he asked you, friend, what's a fella to do if her hair is black and her eyes are blue? So I took her hand and I gave it a twirl, and then I lost my heart to a Galway girl. You guys are never going to believe what happened next. When I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I ask you, friend, what's a fella to do? Whoa. If her hair was black and her eyes blue. See, you traveled around, I've been all over the world. Boys, I had never seen nothing like a Galway girl. Here we go. Woo! Whoa! Thank you very much, folks. See you tomorrow night, or see you for those joining us on stage in 4 minutes' time. See ya.